Hi, welcome to Marketing with Moms TV. I'm your host, Maria Bailey, and on today's segment of Marketing to Mom TV, I'd like to talk about Twitter. You know, we've heard a lot in the media about Twitter, and you have to belong to Twitter, and Twitter drives traffic, and all of that is true, particularly when it comes to engaging with moms. However, I think that there's a right way and a wrong way for companies to get involved in Twitter, and a few rules that we need to remember along the way. Number one rule, remember, Twitter is a relationship building mechanism. It's a social media device, which means that the women who are on Twitter are looking for a relationship. There's way too many companies right now on Twitter sending out promotional messages. In fact, I cringe every time I hear a company who starts a Twitter account and says, you know what, we're going to use the Twitter account to send out specials and send out information about us. That's a one-way relationship, and that's not what the women on Twitter are looking for. They're looking for a two-way dialogue with you. So step out from behind your brand and don't be afraid to let moms really get to know who you are. Some of the best examples of companies who have used Twitter properly and used Twitter effectively in the mom market is the CEO of Zappos and Comcast Cares. Comcast Cares is was actually created by a dad who was in the customer service area of Comcast. Well, those of us who follow Comcast Cares knows that this gentleman is a dad. He cares about his job and he works for Comcast. And yes, there are times when he simply talks about Comcast, but then there's a lot of times when he talks about his family or what he did with the kids. And what that's done is it's made it Comcast very approachable, so that I want, as a Twitter follower, to follow Comcast Cares because it's interesting. There's a dialogue going on there. And I have to tell you, a few months ago when I had a problem with my Comcast guy not showing up to repair something at my house, I tweeted about it, and within 5 minutes I had 20 moms telling me, oh, go to Comcast Cares on Twitter and talk with the guy behind Comcast Cares. I did that, and within an hour I had someone at my house fixing the problem. That is a good use of Twitter. When you get on Twitter, be creative. After all, you're talking to moms who are very, very creative. You know, think about the ways that you can give back to your followers. Every Friday is Follow Friday, hashtag Follow Friday. And that's a way that you reward and you spread the word about people who are following you. There's no reason that if you have an account, let's say you're purex.com, that you can't get involved in the dialogue that moms are having on Fridays and offer up 20 of your followers as great people to follow. Do giveaways on a weekly basis. Attend some of the Twitter events that happen. Every Tuesday night, there's hashtag Girls Night Out, GNO. And there's no reason that as a brand and a company that you can't be a part of those things. Get into those Twitter events and find out, what are moms really talking about? What are they doing? What are they experiencing in Twitter and other social networks? Be a part of the dialogue on Twitter, because that's how you'll get the most value out of your Twitter account. Don't forget that you're never going to build followers unless you're truly interesting. So, you know, perhaps you give folks a glimpse into what's next coming down out of your production line, or you give them a preview of the coupon that's going to be in Sunday's insert. But also, don't be afraid to develop a voice behind your company. You know, one of my greatest suggestions is go find a mom that works for your company and let her be the Twitter account person, and let her develop a relationship with other moms on Twitter. And then you want to search out other moms on Twitter. You can do that by following some of the most popular moms on Twitter, and see who they're following. You know, and one of the most important things about Twitter is every single day as a company, you should be going to summize.com. That's SUMMIZE.com, and put your brand name or your company name in there and see what other people are saying about you. And if you don't think people are talking about your brand on Twitter, then you're probably wrong. So, you know, a lot of companies will say to me, we're just afraid, the legal department, to get into Twitter because we don't want people talking about us. Well, you know what? I challenge you today to go to smides.com, and they're probably already speaking about you. For more information about the use of Twitter, I would send you over to my book, Marketing with Moms by Leveraging New Media and Technology. It's available on Amazon. And there's more information at marketingtomoms.com. Thanks for joining us for this segment of Marketing to Moms TV, and we hope you'll join us again.